What's going on, y'all? We back with another video. This is just a quick trader's mindset video. Honestly, like some of the things that a lot of people don't think about, or a lot of people take advantage of, or just a lot of people don't think about when they're getting into trading. And I think we need to talk about it, right? I think we need to talk about it. So let's get into it. Honestly, y'all, this trading game is not for the weak-hearted, but also at the same time, it's for anybody. If you feel like you can do anything, like the thing about me, my issue is I truly do believe I can do anything I put my mind to. I truly do believe I'm great at everything that I like commit my time to. Like I could pick up a new hobby today and be like, damn, I'm finna really do this. Like I'm finna be the greatest at this. Or I can pick up a skill or anything in my past. I'm like, man, what if I just did this? Like I could do this because I have this skill under my belt. I have this skill under my belt. Now I don't want to be the jack of all trades, master of none. But at the end of the day, knowing what I'm capable of is completely different than not knowing at all. And I don't have to utilize everything. And sometimes down the road, these things come in handy when other things come about. So let's say you make money, or let's say you were a teacher, but you realize teaching isn't making you money, right? Teaching isn't making you money, but at the end of the day, you end up in a skill like this where you start teaching people. Do you see what I'm saying? So it doesn't necessarily mean I have to be teaching in a school or anything like that. But at the same time, I'm still teaching. I'm just teaching a different subject. Let's say I know how to video. I know how to do marketing. Right now down the line, I can market a company that I open, or I can market my own e-commerce company or business or whatever, or my product. Okay. Let's say I'm working on editing videos. Okay, I know how to edit my videos. Okay, down the road, I know how to make footage of my vlogs and how to create bomb ass intro videos or whatever, and I can start building a company off of that. You just never know what your skills will take, like where your skills will take you. And a lot of times people don't realize that your gifts aren't for you, it's for the masses, and it's really to impact the world. So when you really truly remember that, that's when you're going to understand like what all this is for. All right, but let's get into it. So first things first, when people get into trading, they have no structure, bro. Like they really just simply hop on the charts and just go crazy. Like what? Like why would you do that? You have no idea who you're playing up against. You're playing up against the big dogs. You see what I'm saying? You're not playing up against somebody that's just like you. Like that's not what you're doing. And so when you are a beginner, you really have to find you a educator that's really going to teach you what you need to know. Now, a lot of the times I tell people, like, stick with somebody you know, somebody you like. Like, if you ain't going to fuck with them outside of trading, hey, there was a big thud. Sorry, y'all. If you ain't going to fuck with them outside of trading, it's like, why would you follow them? Why would you learn from them? Why would you try to be like them? Like it doesn't make any sense. So find somebody with good morals, good values, somebody who can really teach you, who's able to teach, right? Don't just follow anybody just because they're making money. Because a lot of times some people know how to trade, but some people don't know how to teach how to trade. And there's a difference. And vice versa. Some people know how to teach how to trade and some people don't know how to trade. So you might get either one. You just never know. So you got to really figure out who you want to learn from. But also don't just willy-nilly when you get on these charts. Like actually create a structure. Cool. If you work a 9 to 5, make sure, okay, cool, I know that I have to be at work at 9 to 5. Either I'm going to get up early, right, and trade the London session into that first hour of the New York session, or I'm going to come home and I'm going to trade the Asian session, Find a pair that works within those time frames. Don't sit there and try to trade the New York session while you're at work on the clock. It's not going to happen for you unless your job allows you to have that free time and that flexibility. But at the end of the day, if you don't have that, most of the times don't allow you to have that, go ahead and find you another pair to trade, find your different a different session to trade, all that. Like it's just not going to work for you. Do not force yourself. One thing I learned, don't change your life around trading. Make trading work for you, because when you're forcing it, it's not going to happen. Right. So when it comes with a flow, that's when you learn your ability to retain the information and learn is actually going to be easier, because you're not stressing about, oh man, I don't have the time, or I'm too tired, or I have this or I have that. Right. Because you can have a 9 to 5 and then have a 5 to 9. There's that can be a thing, and let it be that, and understand like, okay, cool. That's the life that I have to live right now until I can make it otherwise. Right. Another thing is, I know that I like pertaining to that, I know that for me, for a while, I had to trade the Asian session because my life required me to be so busy from 6 o'clock in the morning to about 7 o'clock in the afternoon. However, I found a pair that works in both New York session and Asian session, that really moves with good volatility, but also good momentum throughout both time frames, throughout both sessions. And so when you find that, when you have that, stick with it and ride with it because it's going to work for you. Don't make it harder for yourself. Find a way to make things work for you when you're getting into that trading journey, when you're getting into really figuring out what works best for you. Finding a pair that works best for you. Don't trade every damn thing you see. Like, what's the point? Why am I trading 5 different pairs? I don't even know how to trade. Okay, let's start there. If you don't even know how to trade, pick one. Just pick one. And don't start with indices because it's going to be too volatile. Then it's going to break your heart. You're going to blow an account. You're like, man, F this. Like, it's not going to work for me. Da, 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 they lied. They scammed, yada, yada, yada. And you're calling it a scam because you're not patient and because you over leveraged and because you picked the pair that did not work best for you. Who said that? Who said, like, it's just what it is. Like, don't set yourself up for failure. Right? So find something that's going to work best for you. Understanding that also, trading while you're not at your setup is not the best thing. This is something I still struggle with to this day. Trading, I could be out at work. Yes, I still work. I can be out and about at the store or running errands or whatever, and I see a good possible setup, but I'm not on my charts to do my full thorough analysis. But I think that the little bit of analysis that I do is enough for me to get in the trade, and bam, I get in the trade, and bam, it hits stop loss. Oh, Jesus. Like, these are things that happen all the time. And for me, the crazy part about it is I haven't learned my lesson. So I'm trying to teach you. Help me help you. Don't do it. Do not do it. I promise you, you're going to regret it. It's going to be painful. You're going to cry and be like, damn, I could have been up or still been, my P&L could have been higher than it was because I wasn't even at my setup. So I didn't even have to get in that trade. So I really could just save my money. But no, this happened to me literally last Friday. So again, a lesson learned. Do not trade when you are not at your setup, when you're not at your flow, don't trade when your mind isn't clear. Like, be able to focus. If you're in your feelings about something, you and your girl or your boy going through something, you just got into an argument with somebody, you're stressing over bills, or you're hungry, do not trade, I'm telling you, because then you're going to end up revenge trading. At the end of the day, you want to find a structure, create a routine, find a way to okay, let's say you work, I'll do both examples, right? I work 9 to 5. I'm going to create a schedule where I'm up in the morning. I go to the gym before work. I might even read a book before going to work. I go to my 9 to 5, hit my 9 to 5, clock out, come home. And this is when you could also possibly read too, read a book, get you some knowledge in there, work on your self-development every single day, work on yourself because trading is going to tear you apart every single day, whether it's good or bad. Right? So trading is going to test you on a daily basis, whether you're in the markets or out of the market. That's the crazy part. Because when you're in the market, you're like, cool, I want to make my money. When you're out of the market, you're like, damn, I want to be in the market. But that's not how you want to be, I'm telling you. Right? So then you come home, either read a book, listen to some audios, back test, do what you got to do, look at your analysis or create an analysis, whatever, set up the chart, get your trade, or even prepare for a trade that may happen overnight. Because with my pair that I trade, USD JPY, a lot of the times my setup happens either at night or in the middle of the night, take profit hits or whatever right before the reversal of the market, which happens between 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. That's just a quick tidbit for those who do trade USD JPY, excuse me. But that's that, right? Let's say I work later in the afternoon. Let's say I don't work in the mornings. I can decide to trade in the morning, right? I can decide to say, okay, I'm going to get up in the mornings. Excuse me. I'm going to have a coffee, read my book, pray, do what I got to do, get on the charts, do my analysis, get in my trade. Cool. Get out, go to the gym before I go to work. This is a routine you have to do every single day to be consistent, because what this is teaching you is how to be consistent in one thing, but at the same time in everything. You will master the skill of being consistent. You will master the skill of doing what you got to do. You will master the skill of being disciplined, because doing the same thing over and over again is really what gets people. They don't know how to show up and do the same thing over and over and over. Being consistent and doing that. Right? That's actually the hardest part for a lot of people, because they want instant gratification. They want instant money in the bank. They want to become rich overnight. Like, that's not going to happen, yo. Let's just, it's 2025. Cut the BS. We know that's not going to happen. Like, why? Why are we even here, right? Next thing, we got people who are strategy hoppers, bro. Pick one person, dude. Like, just one. One. Just pick one person to teach you one strategy. Granted, okay, I will say you may have to go through a few people to figure out who you like and who works best for you. I will say that. I had to go through that myself. But once I found the one, I've stuck with the one, right? Not the one and the two, not the three and the four. I stuck with the one. Once I stuck with the one, I didn't go back to the other person's information. I didn't go back to the other courses. I stuck with the one course, the one educator. That's it. It's that simple. Stop trying to take one piece from this. Oh, well, I like how they taught this and I like how they taught that. Now you got pieces from 10 different strategies to make up one big strategy. That's just a bunch of bullshit. Like, it is what it is. That's not going to get you anywhere. So stick with one educator, learn one way to do it, and then tweak it to what works best for you, right? So the person I study from, I've had their course for years, right? And I've studied that course. I figured out what works best for me. I have the same setup, the same confluences. I have not necessarily the exact same, but it still works for me, right? I do a few things differently, but the basics of the teaching and how to use things, how to analyze the market and all that, I learned from them. It still works for me. I'm profitable to this day. So that's just me. That's my personal opinion. Stop strategy hopping. Stop trying to get gems from every single person. Stop going on to different YouTube videos looking for more education. You have the education from one educator. Use that. Like, stop trying to get more, because more is not always better. That's just my personal opinion when it comes to trading. More is not always better. Sometimes, actually a lot of times, less is more. Okay? Less is more. Next is the discipline, y'all. Where do I begin? The discipline. People are not disciplined enough. Like, that's like those people who go to the gym or set their goal to go to the gym, like that New Year's resolution, or they make those vision boards, all that different stuff, and then they never go. Or they go the first week and they're like, yeah, I went. Okay, what about the rest of the weeks of the year? What about all other 51 weeks of the year, right? So understand that discipline comes at a cost. Discipline comes with having to miss out on a lot of good times with friends and family, having to miss certain celebrations, certain birthdays, maybe not even celebrating your own birthday. That may be not buying somebody a gift or not showing up for a person in a way that they're used to you showing up for. It comes with sacrifice. Discipline comes with a level of sacrifice that you have to really create a season of separation from all things that's keeping you back from where you want to go. That can also be how you spend your money, how you spend your time, but the people that you allow around you, the energy that you allow yourself to receive, what you allow yourself to see and hear on a daily basis. Like, these are all things that come with discipline. It's not just, oh, can I show up every single day? It's, can I also be willing to change who I need to change in the ways that I need to change to become who I need to become? And that is actually the hardest part, because people don't like to change. Change scares a lot of people. And at the end of the day, the world is just changing around them and they're allowing themselves to just sit there and not go with the flow. Like, at the end of the day, prime example, not trying to get too deep into it, but if our presidency changed and politics changed, just change with it. Like, stop trying to fight it. You can't control it. At the end of the day, do with what works best for you. Like, you can't control the entire narrative. You can't control the whole scenario. So if that's the case, I'm going to do with what works best for me within those guidelines, with whatever I have to go by. Because at the end of the day, do I want to be in certain positions where I'm now losing my ability to have access to fundings or money or whatever it is, or just my freedom, period? That's just me. I'm not saying that I agree, but what I'm saying is I'm not going to fight against something I have no control over. My point is, discipline comes with sacrifice, and sacrifice comes with being very, very uncomfortable. And discomfort is something that people are afraid of. However, I run towards discomfort. I look for discomfort. Every day I find a way to be uncomfortable, because in the midst of discomfort is growth. Right? Because your comfort zone, that is your what? Broke zone, right? Because if you're comfortable, you're complacent. You're not willing to go above and beyond. You're not trying to reach for more. You're not trying to make yourself work harder. You're not trying to make yourself expand not only your wisdom, your mindset, your capacity for people, your capacity for learning and knowledge. Like, if you're not working on none of that, then what are you working on? Because just going to work and showing up is not enough. Just sitting at the computer and looking at the charts is not enough. Get in the damn trade. Lose that money, win that money, lose your mind, gain your right mindset. Like, go through the process. You cannot be afraid to show up every single day to take part in that process. Because if you don't go through the process, you're never going to get the reward. Right? You're never going to get the reward. You have to sow so you can reap. And sowing looks different for every single person because everybody's at different stages of their life. So you have to understand that everything comes with a sacrifice. Discipline of all things come with a sacrifice. You may have to sacrifice those friendships, that family ship, whatever you got going on. I said family ship. You may have to sacrifice the way you eat, the not going to the gym enough, that 1 to 2 times, maybe step it up to 3 or 4, right? That instead of listening to celebrities and their drama and all that stuff, how about you pick up a book or an audio or listen to some vlogs or some YouTube videos that's going to teach you something. Like, one thing I tell people, I have all the subscriptions, Netflix, Peacock, Hulu, all that, Disney Plus. I barely use them. Like, my favorite subscription is free, bro. I got YouTube, dog. YouTube teaches me everything. I get to be around. It's crazy. When you think about it, I get to control my environment because I only surround myself with videos and vlogs of things that I want to be and see. So if I only want to see millionaires or be around millionaires, I want to teach or learn from millionaires, or I want to have millionaire friends, I'm going to literally do that. If I don't have that in my life right now to this day, I'm going to literally create that life by controlling what I watch, what I hear, and what I see and what I listen to. And now, therefore, I'm only going to attract these things in my life. So if I do that, it's only a win-win for me, because what am I losing at the end of the day? Nothing. Absolutely nothing, right? If I want to be somewhere in life, I have to be willing to sacrifice that, right? Create an environment that's going to continue to force you to be better, that's going to force you to get up and grind every single day. Get you a little setup, whether it's a laptop, a Mac, or a HP, or whatever, some screens, whatever you got to do to get you motivated. Like, I ain't gonna lie, every morning waking up, seeing my PC set up gets me motivated. Because for one, I love electronics. I love anything electronic, anything devices, technology. I love it. I F with it. And so I have all the gadgets you could think of for everything, which is crazy. I just love it all. But I think it all comes in handy every now and then, which is, anyways, it motivates me, right? I have my goals up there everywhere, actually around. Motivated. Vision board, motivated. Bathroom mirror, motivated. You know what I'm saying? Like, everything I want to be and see is everywhere. The cars that I want. So I don't like toy cars, but I love them now because I literally have every single car that I want in front of me when I wake up every day. I was able to find majority of the toy car versions of all the cars that I want. What? Like, bro, like, it's the simplest things. It doesn't got to be crazy. Oh, plaster. Like, I mean, you could plaster on the wall too, because I used to. I'm not going to even lie. My walls used to be covered in my goals, right? You couldn't even see the paint on the walls. But you got to be willing to look crazy. I may look childish with all these toy cars, but when they on my driveway, what are you going to say? What are you going to say? Nothing, right? So that's just me. I say, understand that discipline comes with sacrifice. You got to be willing to sacrifice. And you got to be willing to understand that discipline comes with losses. And losses could be losing the older version of yourself. That's one of the biggest things. Understanding that who you are right now could never be the person you need to be in order to acquire or to attract or to have that lifestyle that you're wanting and to make that much money. It's spiritually impossible. And there's no way that, because if it was so, you would have it already. Next thing's emotions. Oof. Your emotions are going to take you all over the place. It's going to be an emotional roller coaster. I can't even prepare you 100% for what's to come. And it's not to scare you. Genuinely, it's not to scare you. It's really to help you understand that it's a journey. It's not linear, right? It's going to be, right? It's going to be all that. It's going to be all of the above, because That's just what trading does. One thing I've learned and learned to love also about trading is that trading will force you. You have no choice but to become better. Like, as a whole, not just better at the skill, but as a person. Like, you cannot. I just love it. And because I think I'm a person who loves to grow and to learn and all these different things, a skill that forces me, like, you ever heard the saying, does your job require you to think? If not, you might want to rethink it. But it's just me saying that I have to become so much better than I am. And who I am is not bad. It's just there's always more that you can do and be. And if I want the things that I want, clearly who I am right now is not enough. And I think people have to start being real with themselves about that type of shit. Like, who you are right now is not enough. What you're doing is not enough. That's okay. Like, it's okay. It's okay to not be enough. It's okay to not be doing enough. Just do more. Like, don't beat yourself down. Just do more. Just do more. Like, there's nothing else you can do but do more. Because if you choose to do what you continue to do or do less, come on, bro, you know you're not going to get it. Like, it's inevitable. So just do more and understand that it's going to come with an emotional roller coaster. It's going to take you up and down. You're going to want a revenge trade, right? Revenge trade meaning, like, let's say I take a trade and I lose. And I'm like, damn, bro, I want to get that game. I want to get what I want back. Or I want to trade back so I at least get back to break even. Or this is that. And you end up losing more money. Like, it never works that way. It just never works out in your favor. When you plan a revenge trade to get just back at break even, you end up even into more of a loss, right? So don't revenge trade, right? Don't trade when you're angry. Don't trade when you are just like really going through it. If it's a rough week for you mentally, if you're feeling sick, if you are not at your best, and I'm not saying you have to be 1,000%, but at least 95. So damn near close, right? And I say that because trading is psychological. And if your psyche is not right, and even if it's altered in any kind of way, it can affect how you do your analysis, how you review and see the market. It's just what it is. And it's nothing to be, like I said, afraid of. It's nothing to run from. If anything, it's something to really, really take heed of, because it makes you a better trader, because that means you're more willing to get yourself right versus sacrifice your account and your money just because you want quick money, or because you want a quick ROI, or because you want to hop in the markets because you're feeling FOMO or whatever. Like, grow out of that. Once you grow out of that, you'll be in a better place, and understanding that losses are going to hurt. And wins may also hurt too. I think that's what people may not understand. You may set a specific take profit level and it may barely hit that, and you may not hit all the money that you want to get, and you have to be okay with what the market gives you. Now, that's one of the lessons I'm still learning to this day, is being okay with what the market gives me. Like, I can't control that it didn't go those extra 5 pips. But what I should have did was secure my profit. You see what I'm saying? So that's not the market's fault. That's my fault, because I was in profit. So when you're in profit, just continuously scale your stop loss, secure some profit, and if it wicks you out, it wicks you out. Like, be okay with small wins, because when the big ones happen, it's going to be nothing but gratitude. It's going to be nothing but gratitude. Understanding that your emotional roller coaster is also a test of who you are. So that's where that self-development comes in, and understand that you got to work on yourself on a daily basis to really get that mind and those emotions right. When your mind is right, your emotions right? Because your mind really, your thoughts are really what controls your emotions, and your emotions control your actions, and your actions control your results. So that's just how that is. And when you understand that, changing the way you think, right? Because as a man thinking in his heart, so is he. So if I'm thinking, oh, I'm a revenge trader, if I'm thinking I'm a lose this trader, if I'm thinking, you know what I mean? You got to speak and think positively. Now, I'm not saying it's going to, just because you pray, it's going to go in your favor. No, it's unfortunately, as much I am a spiritual person, but unfortunately God does not control the market. Your emotions don't control the market, and your prayer definitely won't control the market. And so, and that's not to say don't pray for where you are, to be grateful for what you are, but just understand it's just not the same concept, and you can't think that God is going to control what those dudes up there are doing, right? So that's just the case. Next thing, a lot of people don't have whys. Like, a lot of people just get into trading just because they want quick money. Like, figure out what you're doing it for. Figure out who you're doing it for. If it's a person, if it's a thing, if it's a lifestyle you want to overcome, if it's something that you want to see and experience in life, like, go experience that thing. Go be willing to sacrifice a paycheck to go sit in a restaurant you've never sat and eat there, taste the food, feel the environment, the ambiance, whatever. Give yourself that experience so you know what the hell you're working for. Go sit in that car. Like my G-Wagon, I've sat in my G-Wagon, I've test driven my G-Wagon. You can't tell me that I'm not getting one, that I already have one. It's already mine. It's already there. It's just waiting for me to go get it. It's just waiting for me to go get it because it's already done. It's already done. I already spoke it. I already worked for it. I'm still working for it, and it's going to end up on my driveway regardless. And so people have to understand that you have to have a why. My why isn't necessarily my car. It's just, that's just one of the things that I've always wanted. And then I'm going to get it personally wrapped and all this. It's going to look fly. It's going to be, yo, when I drop my G-Wagon, y'all are going to be sick. You're going to be sick to you're going to be sick to your stomach, bro. You're going to be sick. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. And like, that's the thing. My why, a lot of the times, it used to be how people thought about me and people, how they think that I wasn't supposed to be nothing because I'm such and such, or how can you be blessed and you're this, and how can you believe in God because you're this, blah, 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 blah. All their different stuff, right? The crazy thing about it is that used to fuel me until I got past that, until I really stopped caring about what the hell anybody thought about me. Like that, excuse me. Once I did that, my why changed for myself. Like the things I've experienced in my life taught me way more of what I don't want versus what I do want. And I have the ability to live a life that some people can't even dream of. And the thing about it is we all have that ability. It's just that I believe that I actually can have it and will have it. And my why, it may sound unreasonable to some people, but a part of my why is really showing how powerful God is. Like, people lack so much faith in every little thing that they do on a daily basis. And it's always mainly those churchgoers, those people who are always in a church thumping them Bibles in our faces, telling us this is not, and that we're sinners and we're this. And they're the main ones that are not living by the word. And at the end of the day, I feel like me not going to church every single Sunday or whatever doesn't deny or invalidate the relationship that I have with God and the level of belief and faith that I have in him. So for me, like, I really want to, like, and it's really for a lot of the church folks, like, bro, you saying I'm the, do we not see that he's continuously blessing me? Like, I'm continuously getting the fruits of my labor because I truly believe in his word and I'm living by that. I'm not saying I'm not a sinner. I'm not saying that I'm perfect. I'm just saying that I have more faith than you. And you may not really know what faith is. You may understand it, but you may not know how to use it. And there's a difference. There's a difference in knowledge and applied knowledge. And when you understand that, there's also a difference in faith and applied faith. Okay? So when you understand that and you understand how to move through that, bro, everything changes for you and you see everything differently. I don't do anything for a person. Granted, I'm doing it for my future family and kids and all that stuff too. Absolutely. Because I'm not going to allow them to struggle in the ways that me and my family had to struggle. Why would I do that? So that's another part of it. I have like small intricate parts, but spiritually for me, that's like the biggest why that I'm just like, bro, like, I can't wait to just show people how much faith can really, like, where faith can really take you. Like, if you want to do it for your moms, you want to retire your mom, you want to retire your dad, you know, you want to help your family out, you want to get y'all out your situation, like, all that is possible. It's all possible, bro. It's all possible. You just got to make it happen for you. Don't look at nobody else's journey. Don't look left. Don't look right. Don't look up. Don't look down. Like, unless you praying, look up. But at the end of the day, understand that your why is solely for you and for you only. If it's retiring your mom, cool. If it's paying off your parents' mortgage, cool. Like, I can't wait to give my parents like a certain amount of money. Like, there's no amount of money that can really repay them for all that. Not even just repay them, but like show them my gratitude and gratefulness towards them and for all that they've done and sacrificed for us. It's kind of like, bro, there's no amount, but anything is better than nothing. And for me, I want to give them experiences. I want to bless them in ways that I could never have before in the past. And it's kind of like, bro, when I get the chance to do so, y'all going to see it. You're going to be on this journey. Y'all going to be a part of all this. And it's just going to be it's going to be unimaginable. It's just going to be unimaginable. So allow yourself to have your why. If it's for your kids, if it's for you and your husband, or you and your wife, and y'all trying to get out y'all situation, focus, man. Y'all knock y'all heads together and focus. Or if it's just you, get them on board. But listen, you may not understand what I'm doing this for, but I'm doing this for us, right? You may not see the results right now, but it's going to come. You just got to believe in me. If you can believe in me and have faith that I can do this, it's not going to be a problem. Because if you become the issue, right? If you become the friction in between me and my goal, I might have to sacrifice you. And that's just me keeping it a buck. I will leave a relationship quick before I drop a goal. I'll leave a relationship quick before I allow them to stop me from dreaming. There's no way you can't tell me I can't have what I want. Are you shitting me? Are you shitting me? No, we're not doing that. No. So get your head right, get your mind right, get your people on board, get your circle. If you got a small circle, let it be that. If it's just you and your partner, let it be that. You on your grind, focus on that. Don't let nobody distract you for what you're doing this for. Don't allow social media to make you feel like you have to rush the process, because you can't control the process. That's just what it is. You cannot control it. Right? And last thing, fear. Fear, a lot of people carry a lot of fear, bro. Like I think sometimes people are more fearful of it working out than it not working at all. I think some people will be more comfortable, right? More comfortable with it not working out, and they can just say, oh, well, it didn't work for me. That's just not for me. Oh, it was a scam, or all the BS that they say. Oh, well, I didn't do it because I had to see it. I had to see it first. I got to see that it works first for me to do it. What kind of BS is that? You got to see it first? You got to see that trading works first for you to trade, bro? What? I don't understand that. You can't say, and I'm not trying to be religious or anything, but you can't say you believe in God, but yeah, you need to see if trading works for you to trade. So you need to see God before you could believe in him, before you could pray. Baby, you a little too late like that. That's just not how it's going to work. I'm sorry. Faith is in the things unseen, honey. I have faith. Even though I don't see the coins in my account, I know that it's coming, because if I could see that it happens for another person, it can happen for me. Without a shadow of a doubt, I got to just apply myself. I got to commit to it. Why am I going to be fearful, right? And honestly, fear keeps you poor, bro. Fear is a broke ass mindset. Fear is a broke ass mindset. And that's just a buck. Like, poor meaning what they say, passing over opportunities repeatedly. Stop making excuses, dog. Stop making excuses. Understand that this is not something that you can excuse your way through, because trading is going to rip you clean and literally make you just expose you. It's going to expose you. If you're a scammer, you're going to be seen as a scammer. If you're a liar, you're going to be seen as a liar. If you be trading only demo accounts, we're going to know. Right? If you only teach, we're going to know. If you're only just not being true to who you are, we're gonna know, dude. Trading rips you clean, dog. It rips, literally, like, it strips you of everything that you are. For my ladies, it strips you of everything that you are. Like, you are going to be in a space where it's like, you can't hide from the truth. I mean, yeah, you can't hide from the truth. And so when you are in fear of success, that's just as bad as being in fear of failure. It's the same thing, because that means you don't believe that you can have or deserve what you want. And you can, and you do. And fear is only false emotions, right? Nobody put that fear in you except you. Because if God gave you the vision and the idea that you can have this, you put it on yourself that you can't. You allowed society or your life experiences to make you feel like you can't. He wouldn't give you the vision if you could. Don't live in fear. Move as if it's already done. Begin with the end in mind, and I promise you, it's going to happen for you. It's going to happen for you. When you're trading, start from the beginning. Like, don't try to be where people are on social media. Go backwards. Go to their old videos. Go to their old seminars, or their Zoom calls, or their old training videos, or whatever, even their old videos of their lifestyle, and see where they were, where they started, because that's where you are. You can't look at where they are right now. Go back in time and start there. I don't care if the video is from 2001, 1999, start there, because that's where you are. You can't look at where they are right now in 2025 with the Lambos and the penthouses and and think that's what you're going to have right now. That's a goal, but that's not going to help you begin your journey right now. Right? So Y'all stick with it. Don't give up just because it gets difficult. I'm going to always keep it real with y'all. I'm going to always keep it a buck with y'all. You already know. Giving up is not an option. And if you give up, you're guaranteed for it to never work out. It's a guarantee it's never going to work out. Y'all, appreciate y'all for tuning in. Like, comment, and subscribe.